Ironic that I'm doing a hair video when my hair looks like shit. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video that I thought you guys might be interested in. The other day it hit 1 year since I did my buzz cut, which means I now have officially a year of hair growth on my head, and also have experienced 1 year of growing my hair out from a buzz cut. My DMs and comments are constantly full of questions around it, so I thought why not, in celebration of 1 year since I did it, I could just sit and answer some questions that you guys had. So I asked you on Instagram what you wanted to know, literally any questions surrounding buzzing my hair, growing it out, anything of the process. You submitted a lot, so we will get through what we can. I also have a feeling quite a lot of these are going to be the same question repeatedly, so also just for reference, this is how long my hair is now. I also have got an undercut, so this whole like bottom section of my hair is not there, but this is how long my hair is now after 1 year of buzzing it, minus obviously the bottom part. I won't talk too much about that because by the time this video is up, there will be a whole 1 year of growing out my buzz cut video showing all the different stages and stuff, and the final length. However, I would actually be interested to know like how long my hair is, because it goes down to like here, but I haven't actually measured how long my hair is. I'm gonna try and do it with a ruler. So it's just past, oh, it's about 16 centimetres I would say. What's 16 centimetres in inches?
16 centimetres is about 6.3 inches.
6.3 inches. That sounds like it's not that much. But if you actually look at how long my hair is, considering I had like complete skinhead just over a year ago, it is quite a lot of hair to have back. Also considering my hair is curly, which obviously makes it look shorter. When it's straightened, it comes down to about here. So it's pretty long. Also, you guys probably noticed my contact lenses as well. Just feel the need to point it out because I do have bright blue eyes right now. This is not my natural eye colour. Also, last thing I'd like to point out, in the video on my channel where I buzzed my hair, I buzzed it down to like a 3. I think exactly 1 week on from that, I buzzed it down to a 0, which I didn't film, but I went full skinhead. I will insert a photo. It was mostly just for the experience. I didn't like how it looked on me whatsoever. Obviously, it was only there for a few days. It grows out so quick. So within a week, I had like maybe a 1 kind of length. It also wasn't really planned. I'm glad I did it because the experience of having like a fully bald head was something that I knew I wouldn't get like a better opportunity to do than then, and because I was so close to it anyway, I thought I may as well just take the opportunity while it was there. After I buzzed it down to a 0, that is when I started the growing out process properly. So me celebrating 1 year since buzzing my head, I celebrated it more like when it was the final time I buzzed it, because that was when it had been a year that I had been growing my hair out. So yeah, that's another point to make, is this is from a fully bald, 0 shave skinhead. Okay, on to the questions. Question number 1 is, out of curiosity, did the buzz at all get you interested in skinhead culture? It did get me more interested in buzz cuts and stuff in general. For a few months before I actually buzzed it and took the leap, I'd been watching videos on buzz cuts and people growing their hair out and just like, I guess you could call it the buzz cut culture. I was also so shocked because when I actually did buzz my hair, the amount of like buzz cut pages that followed me and the amount of DMs I got from other people with shaved heads, it really is like a whole community of people. It isn't just a haircut, like it really does give you a whole new perspective, and there's so many people that all kind of come together and bond over it. I don't know if you class that as skinhead culture or if I'm talking about something completely different. But in that sense of like looking into the buzz cut community more, yes. What tips have you got for growing out hair? My best tips are look after it like better than before. For me, I used to straighten my hair when it was still like a little bit damp, which is so bad. I always used to put my hair up when it was wet, like every single day. I would completely soak my hair and then tie it up in a top knot, which I still sometimes do on the odd occasion, usually after I've washed my hair if I don't want it down. But doing that every single day is so bad because it like pulls on your hair when it's wet and it's more delicate. I don't hair dry my hair anymore unless I'm straightening it, and I just want to make sure it's definitely dry, so that's a rare occasion. I basically just take care of my hair so much better than I used to. In terms of actually growing it out quicker, I found coconut oil was my best bet. I used to put coconut oil on my hair twice a week, every time before I washed it. That's another thing, I don't wash my hair like as much as I used to, which doesn't mean my hair gets greasy at all because it's got used to only being washed twice a week, so it doesn't tend to look like dirty or feel dirty. But it does also give your hair a chance to kind of let the natural oil sink in, and that also helps to make your hair grow. And I always used to put coconut oil on my hair before washing it for like an hour or so. That definitely helped to make it longer. The second I started using it, I noticed a difference in how quick it was growing. Did you feel more confident with a shaved head? Not so much with the shaved head, because at times I felt quite self-conscious not having hair, which is expected considering, you know, we're in a society where hair is quite a big thing. And it was a big thing for me as well. I didn't realise how much I relied on my hair for like feeling good. But the overall mindset that buzzing my hair gave me definitely gave me more confidence. So the experience did, but not necessarily how it looked. Well, actually, in a way how it looked as well, because even when I wasn't too confident in it, I felt like I could express myself very easily not having hair. I could be masculine, I could be feminine, I could wear whatever and it kind of went with it. I mean, obviously any hair does that, but you get what I mean. It kind of gives you the most like androgynous look you can get. Similar question from someone else, did it affect my confidence at all? Obviously, as I just said, it did give my confidence a boost. At the same time, it also dragged it down at times because I felt more confident within myself, but actually looking in the mirror, I wasn't always keen on how I looked without hair. Sometimes I loved it, and when it was growing out a bit and it was like really short hair, but not completely buzzed, I loved that. The growing out process was great, but it's quite easy to feel self-conscious without hair, which I hope doesn't put anyone off me saying that, but if I'm being completely brutally honest, it can affect your confidence negatively at times, but then once you get past that initial like shock of having no hair, it is the best confidence boost ever. Would you do it again? Yes, 100%, literally no question about it. I loved the experience, I loved the growing out process and all the different hairstyles I got to try. I missed some of the hairstyles while it was growing out, and like already my hair's growing, you know, probably the longest it's been in a while, and I'm missing having short hair. Like, I've been debating cutting it off again. Has your relationship with your hair changed? If so, how? Yes, it has. As I said previously, I look after it a lot better now, and you can really see the difference in my hair now compared to how it was before. I constantly get compliments on how curly my hair is and how healthy it is. That is literally because my relationship with my hair changed, and having a fresh head of hair made me want to look after it better than before, which I definitely have. I've got much healthier hair routines and habits. Also, my relationship with my hair in general has changed. Just how I view it and how I feel about my hair. In some ways, I feel like it's so much less important now. On the same token, it's had the opposite effect in the sense that every little bit of hair now feels like really important to me because I didn't have it for so long. So now I'm like, oh my god, my hair, you know? Pros and cons of having a shaved head. This is my first time going through the questions, so this is like on the spot. I'm probably gonna miss some out. Okay, pros of having a shaved head. You look like a bad bitch. Gives you a confidence boost. It's an experience that you'll be able to say you've done in life. Gives you the ability to be feminine or masculine or androgynous, whatever you're going for, very easily. No bad hair days. Oh my god, your hair routine is so easy when you have a buzz cut. Cons of having a shaved head. First of all, it can beat down on your confidence because, again, societal standards. We've been taught that hair is really important and it's something that we can cover up and hide behind. Obviously, you're lacking on how you can style your hair, and if you're like me, you get bored very easily of just having one hairstyle and you like changing it up a bit, you know, straightening it, curling it, different ways of putting it up. You lose that, so that's a little bit annoying in a way. Another one to add to the pros list, growing it out, you get to try a bunch of different hairstyles. I wouldn't have tried half the hairstyles I had I not have buzzed my hair. I honestly can't think of that many more cons. The good outweighs the bad so much with buzzing your hair, so if you're thinking of doing it, just do it. Things you stop doing after you shaved your head. Taking having hair for granted, honestly. Okay, so I shaved my head 3 weeks ago. When do you start noticing it getting longer? For me, after 3 weeks, I'd already noticed it getting longer. But drastically, I'd say from like the 2-month mark, that's when it's like, it really starts growing and you start noticing it a lot. Yeah, I'd say around maybe 2 months, but everyone's hair grows at different rates, so it could be different for you. First thing you've done after shaving it. I got in the shower to wash all the hair off and put the shower over my head and just appreciated how good it felt showering without hair. Same with going outside and being rained on. Oh my god. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking cold, but it is the best feeling. Do you think it grew back fast? Actually looking at like how much it has grown in a year compared to what the average growing it is, not drastically, but it did seem really fast. I think doing coconut oil on it helps. Any regrets? Absolutely none at all. I would do it all over again. I'm so glad that I did it when I did, because it gave me a whole different perspective on myself and just life in general. How did you get the confidence to do it? Honestly, I just grabbed the fucking clippers, sat down, made the decision that I wanted to do it, backed it with all the reasons why I wanted to, and just went for it. Watching videos of like hair growing out from day 1 to a year did really help me because I kind of knew what to expect. Again, I'll have my video of it growing out on my channel by now, so I will link that down below if I remember. Honestly, if you do it, you have hair back in no time. It's honestly a quick process when you're in it, or it was for me at least. Would you recommend it to others? 100%. If you're thinking of doing it, just go for it. Obviously, if you need to take time to think and you need to decide if it's right for you, do that. But as someone who's done it, I can 100% say, even if you don't like it at the time, you are bound to enjoy at least a couple of stages of growing it out. And the experience overall is completely worth it. Stop worrying about your head shape and whether it's going to suit you. Just do it for the experience, if nothing else. How many times have you cut it since you buzzed it? I've cut it twice since I buzzed it. I haven't actually cut my hair at all, but I had a mullet when it was like July kind of time, I want to say, which is literally I just shaved like along here. That was it on both sides. And then back in December, I want to say, or end of November, I reshaved my undercut. Did people, mostly strangers, look at you differently? Yes, you always have judgmental people pretty much wherever you go realistically. But then there was also people like, I will never forget. This one time me and my friend were sat in a cafe. This was around February time last year, I think. We were just sat in this cafe having a drink, whatever. And these two women came up to me and one of them was saying about how they buzzed their hair a few years back and that they can't believe I did it at my age and that's such a confident thing to do. Asked me how old I was and stuff. And we were just having this whole conversation about buzz cuts and they were literally just stood there complimenting me, like saying to each other how lovely I looked with it and how beautiful I was with it and everything. And honestly, that never left my mind. I think about that so often because I was so used to being in public and getting funny looks, and then suddenly these two people are coming out of their way to come up to me and say how nice it actually looked on me, which was such a lovely thing to do. What time was the most awkward for when your hair was growing out? I'll insert the stage that I didn't like the most. Me and my mum both agreed this is probably the worst stage of when I was growing it out. At the time I didn't mind it, but now looking back it's the stage that it just kind of didn't look that good, where it's so like dead straight standing up and it's just spiky. I don't know, I just don't feel like it looks very nice, but that was right before it started like curling over. Is it worth it? 100%. I can't believe my friend has put that on there. Little shout out to my friend Finn, who's literally put, did you ever rub your head after buzzing it and think, hey, I can cosplay a ball sack? They then said, I'm so sorry, oh my god, your buzz cut was hot, I'm joking. Swiftly moving on, do you miss having it? Yes, I do at times. As much as I didn't always like it, I do miss like how it made me feel and the overall experience, which is why I would do it again at some point. Is it long enough to put into a bun? Considering I now have an undercut, yes, I can put it into a bun without any bits falling out. I also do half up, half down buns sometimes. Someone said they shaved their head and I was the inspiration. I'm so glad that you shaved it. I'm very proud of you and I hope that you fucking love it. Do you plan on growing it out or getting it cut shorter? I don't really have a plan anymore. I was growing it out. It's now nearly at the length I wanted it. I'm feeling bored of it again, so realistically I'll probably cut it again fairly soon. I might grow it out for another few months and then maybe around summer I'll cut it because then obviously it's getting warmer, so it's a good time to cut your hair. What could I do instead of getting a buzz? I have a large birthmark on my scalp, so I medically can't. Mullet or an undercut like I have, or like short hair on the top and shaved around the back and sides depending whereabouts the birthmark is. What was your favourite length? I'm going to insert another little clip of my hair at my favourite length. This is the length that I miss the most. I want to go back to it so bad, but I think I've decided if I do want to go back to that length, instead of just cutting it to that, I may as well shave it again because that was the length of it, I think maybe like 5 months after buzzing it, so I may as well just redo the whole process if I want to get back there. Okay, I think that's all the relevant questions to answer in this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button. Anyone who's currently in the position I was this time last year, asking themselves whether they should shave their head or looking for a sign to do it, this is your sign. I know that you're watching these videos because you want to. Obviously not everyone, but I know there's at least a handful of people watching this because they're planning to maybe do it. And if that is why you're watching this, then just go for it. You're not gonna regret it, and if you do, it grows back so much quicker than you expect. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Goodbye. I took the contacts out because my eyes got dry.